What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Moses and I welcome you to the next housing market update for the month of September. I'm going to title this one, I Owe Everybody an Apology. The reason I am apologizing, first of all, is because I was looking back at some of my videos and I've been using the phrase I know. So I just want to clarify what that meant, what I was trying to say. Sometimes I get my words a little confused in the moment. So I just want to clarify, I don't know anything. It is simply an opinion. It is what I believe is going to happen. I am going to work very, very hard on using the proper words at the proper situation for the moment. So I apologize for all of that. I want to be very clear and sincere with everybody and honest about what's going on in the real estate market or anything that's going on in general that pertains to just life and just being an honest and good person. So I just wanted to clarify that. I don't know anything. I am simply just forming my opinions by what I see and going from there. So I do have another big announcement to make. We're moving again. So we have taken a job opportunity. I'm sorry, my wife has taken a job opportunity, but we're married, right? So we're one unit. And so I would like to announce that I am going to now be also servicing the Tampa market as well, the St. Pete, Clearwater market. I still am going to keep track of what's going on here in Orlando due to me wanting to still try and service anyone here who is interested in moving to Orlando or moving to the Orlando metro area. I'm going to now focus more on the south side instead of the north side, just because it's going to be closer for me. So I'm not going to leave the Orlando market. I'm going to stay on top of the Orlando market. I love Orlando. This is a great place to live. I love it here, but money speaks, money talks, and when money is on the table, it's a good time to take it when you have the job offer. So I'm super proud of my wife. I'm excited for the next adventure in life. We had just got done unpacking here, and it's going to be another fun time to pack. So we are going to be busy, and this is one of the reasons kind of why I'm behind again on these videos. So I apologize for that. So without any further ado, let me just tell you that the markets are going to be shifting a little bit. I looked into Tampa yesterday, and it's interesting compared to Orlando. Let's get into the data here. Okay, so as always, we're going to start with the state of Florida. I'm going to break it down to next in the Orlando market, and then after that, we're going to move into the Tampa market. So I'm going to do a little bit of things different this time. I'm only going to read, for the majority of this video, just numbers. I'm going to dig into some graphs, and it's just going to be for the percentage of closed sales, just because I have developed another part of my thesis as well. So. And then later on, I will be showing you about what I meant with the port strike. So let's get into it. For the state of Florida, for single-family homes, closed sales were down 12.3% from 21,335 to 18,721. Cash sales were down 20.8% from 6,255 to just under 5,000 cash sales. The percentage of that is down 9.6%. from 29.3% to 26.5%. Median sale price, we're basically flat, just up 0.2% year on year from $409,243 to $410,000 flat. Average sales price, we're down 0.6% from $572,753 to $569,096. So we're pretty much flat there as well. The amount of dollar volume that is transacting in real estate in the single-family homes is down 12.8%. Median percent of original list price, we're down 1.5%. So we are down 95.9% of the list price is what sellers are getting when they close or accept an offer. Median time to contract, 53.6%. to 43 days from 28 days. Median time of sale, we are up 22.9% from 70 days to 86 days. New pending sales, we're actually up 1.9% from 19,658 to 20,030 listings. Pending inventory, we're down 4.5%. Active inventory, we are up 39.6% from 68,726 houses to 95,943. Months of supply, we are up 43.8% from 3.2 months to 4.6 months. So as we can see, we are increasing in the months of supply and inventory due to inventory going up and demand going down. But I will say there are still a lot of people moving here. There are still a lot of out-of-state plays. There's a lot of people who want to be in Florida. This is a great place to live. So the demand lives, but not as strong as it used to be. Closed sales for Orlando, Kissimmee, and Sanford in the single-family housing market. We are down 3.5%. Cash sales, we are down 10.5%. Cash sales as a percentage of closed sales, we are down 7.7%. Median sales price, we are flat 0%. So we're stuck at 435,000. And if you watch one of my, I believe it was my July housing market video, I did say that I believe we will have a negative year-on-year number in October. September's flat. Let's see if I'm right. I'm going to show you not exactly some live data, but some 7-day live data. So we're going to see what those numbers say, and maybe I will be correct. Average sales price, we are up 2.9% from 537,181 to 552,917. The amount of dollar volumes were just down 0.7% at 1.3 billion. Median percent of original list price, we're down 1.4%. Sellers are receiving 96.8% of their asking price. Median time to contract, we're up 50% from 22 days to 33 days. Median time to sale, we were up 19% from 63 days to 75 days. And moving on, in new pending sales, we're up 11% from 2,188 to 2,429. New listings were up 0.8% from 3,037 to 3,061. Pending inventory, we're down 0.6%. We're currently at 3,264 from 3,285. Active inventory, we're still continuing to increase to we're at 47.9% increase year on year from 6,141 to just under 9,100 units. Months of supply, we're up 52% from 2.5 to 3.8. All right, now let's dig into something new. We're going to get into the Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater single-family home market. Closed sales, we're down 17.5% from 3,285 to 3,285 to from 2023 till 2024, 2,709. Cash sales, we are down 25.9%. From 845 to 626. Cash sales as a percentage of closed sales, we're down 10.1%. Median sales price, Tampa's now officially in the negative year-on-year range, down 1.4% from $415,000 to $408,999. Average sales price, we're down 2.3% from $516,806 to today $504,866. A median percent of original list price, we're down 1.7%. So sellers are getting 96.2% of what they are asking for their list. Median time to contract, we were up 60% from 20 days to 32 days. Median time to sale, we're up 14.3% from 63 days to 72 days. New pending sales were down 1.2% from 2,997 to 2,961, no big change. New listings, we are down 11.6% from 4,339 to 3,886. 3,836. I did say in previous videos that I believe this time is going to be different, with new listings being higher than the average and what is usually what's going on in the market. I think this is going to be a temporary thing, given what happened with the hurricanes. Unfortunately, that Gulf side got devastated. They're still cleaning up over there, and unfortunately, some people are going to have to make a decision of whether they're wanting to leave or stay. I was reading some articles of some people and just watching TV of saying that they're just done, they're over it, they're sick and tired of fixing their homes and dealing with the insurance and even 50%, about 50 to 40% of claims from 22, those people still have, I'm sorry, 23, they haven't seen the paycheck back from the insurance company so that way they can get their homes fixed. So there's a lot of homeowners that are going to be, listing their market. Like I said, I do think this is going to be temporary until either A, they choose to fix the house and sell it with the repairs, or B, sell it as is, and then just sell it how, maybe to an investor, someone who doesn't mind taking on a 203K loan. So let's get on to it. Pending inventory, we're down 5.3% from 4,305 to 4,078. Active inventory, we're up 47.6% from 7,748 units to 11,434 units. We are up 56.5% on months of supply from 2.3 months to 3.6 months. So Tampa and Orlando are not acting exactly the same, but they do kind of have a little bit of a relationship. I wanted to get into cash sales as a percentage of closed sales on this video particularly. And the reason for that is because if you remember a couple videos ago, I believe it was June, I did say that the cash sales as a percentage of closed sales will probably start ticking down due to liquidity coming down. It does look like we have a little bit of an uptick here in September, and it does seem like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. If you can see here, after 2022, when the interest rates getting down, those still kept going down. Whereas in 21 it went sideways. I'm sorry, 23 it went sideways. But pre 2020, we do see a little bit of an uptick in 18, also in 17. Actually, this went a little bit down. No, a little bit, just slightly up in September, and then also in 16. So what this is telling me is there's again a little bit of something of a normalization into the market, whatever it may be, whatever it is. Could be the psychology of behavior, of natural disasters, whatever it might be, but there seems to be some sort of normalcy going on, at least pre-2020, for those 4 years, from 16 to 2020. So let's keep going here for Orlando, Kissimmee, and Sanford. Again, we're seeing an uptick just slightly from 21.3% to 21.7%. And then into the Tampa market, we are also ticked up just a little bit from 23.1% from 22.3%. I'm going to go back to Orlando a second, the state of Florida, just to double check, because I didn't even look at this yet. Sideways, dip down, went up just a little bit, went up just a little bit, sideways, yeah. So this, I wanted to show you guys, and this video specifically is to show you the percentage of the cash sales as a percentage of closed sales. And what I found interesting on this graph is it told me kind of where cash sales goes during the seasonality of the year. And what I noticed was interesting from kind of the past couple of years, this downward trend here that we have is correlating to interest rates. But then if you look in kind of the winter months here, you have a higher percentage of cash sales compared to the summer. And if you look back here as well, if you look at every top, February, January, in the winter times, right? So what this is telling me is that a lot of the discount, a lot of good time to get a discount on a house is right here in this price point here. And also I'm thinking as well that the snowbird season's here too, so there's a lot of people coming in again from probably higher real estate markets and taking advantage of good discount because they have a cash offer. So I think this is an indication to me of just share with you when a good time to get a good deal is on the market, so I can help you get a little bit of a better discount. So I wanted to show you that, and just kind of the correlation of kind of how with rates being as high as they've been, that it hasn't really affected. It's kind of just been flat, a little up again in the winter times, right? They do trickle up, but it's kind of just been slightly flat here for the past year. So it's been really interesting. So I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was a good piece of data to share with you. But that was all backwards looking data. I want to show you something that is live. This is 7 days. So this is the past week, not necessarily live in the moment. I wish I could give you that data. I can give you that data, but that is very specific to your location. So if you'd like to have a one-on-one conversation about that, let me know and we can sit down and have a phone call together. What I want to show you, because obviously that was September, we're now in November, and I want to show you what's going on. And this, I believe, will explain a little bit of the data that I went over with you. So this particular one is for the 5 counties that I track here in the Orlando market. So those markets that I track, those 5 counties is Polk, Lake, Volusia, Seminole, and Orange County. So for those 5 counties that surround the Orlando market, just for your knowledge. So this is what's going on in those 5 counties. As you can see, new listings, we're at 1,907. And then the pendings are at 995. And actually a lot of them sold. So we have a higher ratio of what sold versus what came onto the market. But we did have back on market to right here too. So this is adding to the supply. So we're still outpacing what's getting sold. So little by little, you're trickling on inventory. Not as much, it's getting absorbed, but still not as much as what is getting relisted. I'm sorry, what is getting newly listed and what is getting relisted back onto the market. Could be whatever. Could be lending fell through. Could be insurance. Couldn't find insurance. Could be loss of a job suddenly. There's a lot of things that can affect this. Even if you buy a car, you buy some furniture, somebody, they dropped the ball and pulled some debt, and now things have changed for them to qualify. So, either way, doesn't really matter. What matters is what the number says, and so that means we're still continuing to have inventory increasing here in the Orlando market. And as you can see here, we have 108 temporarily off market. So we'll see what that goes. Again, if you would like a one-on-one consultation, let me know and we'll sit down so we can have a talk. Or we can do that over a Zoom meeting. If it also come to your home and we can have a sit down of what's going on in the market if you're thinking about selling in the near future. And we can try and help you find a buyer for your home. So now we're going to be moving on to the Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete market. So again, here is a 7-day breakdown of what's been going on for the residential market. New listings, if you can see, we're at 981. A lot of that got absorbed, or a lot of the inventory that was on the market at the time got sold, so we outpaced there. But again, as you can see, the back on market does add to this, so we're still outpacing what got sold. And what I believe is happening, if you look at both of what is in relationship to getting these houses sold, not just in Orlando, but in Tampa, while they're really close with the price decreases, are very interesting to see that. My point being here is that I think this is where the Tampa market is starting to show the negative number, where not only are they pricing their houses too high, but now it's so high, and it could be economic impacts of what's going on in the local economy, or it could be the psychology of money, possibly fears going on of what's going on, on the news with the hurricanes and the natural disasters that we have here, and the insurance market that is causing the price decreases to actually increase. I've been watching this number quite heavily for this past year, and typically it's around in the hundreds, the high hundreds. This is as of the past couple months, it's been in the thousands, but we will see where that goes. So this is what I believe is coming to the Orlando market here soon, is the negative year-on-year number. We were having, as you know, rates went down into the 6s, and now we're back into the 7s, and depending on your credit scores, in the 8s and 9s. So what that is going to do is not help people afford the monthly payment or qualify for a loan. So going back to what I was saying earlier, about, where I saw deflation coming and now interest rates went back up. So here is where the fun started. October 1st, 2024. So this is actually the very first day that the port strike happened. And and then we just exploded higher. And then what I found interesting though is as time went by that this kept going up, even with all the economic data that was coming out. It looks like inflation has ticked up a bit. Unemployment has stayed the same, and we had a really big miss on how many new jobs were created. So I found it interesting that this ticked up on that news. I would have thought it might have went down just a little bit, but maybe it was. I think it was this day when they reported. And yeah, I think it was the 30th where they reported the numbers, and it ticked down just a tad, but it's coming back up. So I'm really curious what the market is seeing. We are still ticking down from tops. If you were to draw a line down from here, we are still on the downward trajectory of where interest rates are going. A lot of people thought that with the Fed cutting rates would be the signal that the prices are that interest rates are going to come down in the housing market, but that's not true. Right now, what's affecting the 10-year that I've noticed, at least in my opinion, which is what the housing market follows, and mortgage rates in the housing market follows, is the 10-year rate, is the 10-year treasury. There is a spread between the 10-year treasury and what lenders are making. So that spread is, let's just say, for example, 4.386%. Right now in the 10-year, let's say the spread is 2.5, maybe 2.75. So there's your difference there of what you can get for your rate, just depending on the lender and what maybe programs they're offering at the moment. So what is affecting the 10-year treasury? It's currently in this cycle, at least, I can't speak for previous ones. When what I've noticed again is the unemployment rate, the job numbers, the JOLTS reports, and also what is going on a macro level as well. It could be also national events that happen, right? This could be, let's say, this could be a collection of things. Honestly, thinking of it now, is what did we go through the previous month? Well, we went through port strikes, and then we had some hurricanes, and then we had people needing to get supplies for that hurricane. And so if you have high demand, but you have port strikes, which is causing a supply problem, that'll cause inflation. So that is the reason possibly why a collection of all that is why it sent the 10-year going back up. And that and just to give you reference, it was just a few days that the port strike happened. So not very many days, but given a few days could make a large impact into the future that we don't understand of how with just a short amount of window of delay can cause future back problems to create inflation. So that's going to wrap up this month's housing market update video. I appreciate you being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me right now. Don't forget, if you need help buying or selling a house, or maybe you're looking for a rental as well, I can help you out with that. Give me a phone call, 407-801-1661. And please like, subscribe, and share if you like this video. I do spend quite a bit of time filming this and also editing it, so I would appreciate a little bit of feedback as well. If you feel like there's other places that I can improve with my videos, or there's some sort of data that you want to see in maybe your market, put it down in the comments below. I'm willing to do that for you guys. I want to be more interactive, so if there's somewhere that you're at that I'm not covering, throw that county in there, and I can look for some more data in for you. And once again, if you're looking for something hyper-local, give me a phone call so we can sit down and have a conversation about how we need to list your house appropriately so we can get you on the market for sale, an appropriate price, so that way we can get you and everyone else moving forward on with their lives and getting all the problems solved. So take care, everyone. Again, happy Halloween. I know this is a little bit late, but you take care out there, and we'll catch you in the next one.